Happy Friday, everyone. It's Carol back again to talk a little bit about strengths today. I told you guys I would hop on here every Friday and tell you about another one of my strengths until we've at least been through the top 5. We'll see if it's going really well. We might do a couple more than that. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about a strength called strategic. Now, as a Gallup certified strengths coach, I really shouldn't have favorite strengths. But if I do, this is one of them. It is my number one strength. It's called strategic. And what strategic is all about is about seeing patterns and seeing different ways of doing things. Sometimes I describe it as a pretty fast thinking strength. So when there's a problem or an issue or something we're trying to figure out, I usually pretty quickly see the whole route to a possible solution. So I don't necessarily always take a long time to think through and decide what we ought to do. I usually have a pretty good idea what a possible or a really good solution might be pretty quickly. That being said, I also really like to tweak along the way. So when you're driving and you're using Apple Maps or Google Maps or something like that, and you turn a different way and it says recalculating. That's what it feels like inside my brain almost all the time. So I'm constantly sort of recalculating and tweaking just a little bit and imagining, okay, well, this is the route we were going, but if we adjust right here just a little bit, how can this be just a little bit better? How can we make the solution even more powerful or even better? So that is kind of what it feels like inside my brain most of the time. I was trying to think of some examples to tell you guys a little bit about what this looks like. And I thought about a couple. One of them is when I am thinking about how to reach a goal or how to do something, I have learned over the years that I usually see what I want things to look like in a year or two. I love that visioning process, maybe 6 months. I love that visioning process of the end. And I will see a path to get there, but I usually don't plan out every single step along the way. I really prefer to plan out 1 or 2 steps, maybe 3, so that I can then kind of use that recalculating, tweaking as I go to kind of constantly be adjusting. Sometimes this is really valuable in a professional setting. Sometimes it drives other people a little bit crazy, right? To constantly be recalculating. So one of the things I've had to learn over the years to manage that is sometimes working with other people, I need to be willing to step out of that and to plan a little bit further, or to make a plan that goes all the way the whole year long, but be willing to come back to the group along the way and say, hey, if we tweak this, I think we can make this just a tiny bit better. My second example, and I thought this was kind of a fun one, is this is also how my brain works when it comes to meal planning, right? So instead of starting with a blank calendar and just sticking some meals on the calendar, I really like to have a system and a strategy in place for how to go about that. So one of the ways that I meal plan the most is I'll have a seasonal plan. So on Mondays we have salad, on Tuesdays we have soup, on Wednesdays we go out to eat, and on Thursdays we have leftovers or something like that. So there's kind of so it's not a real rigid system. It's not an exact plan of exactly what we're going to eat, but it's sort of just a framework that we can adjust as we go. So that is really a little bit about strategic and how my brain works. I would love to know from you. Some of you are really going to resonate with this and go, oh yeah, that's how my brain goes. And some of you are going to go, oh my gosh, those people, they drive me a little crazy. So I would love to hear in the comments kind of what your reaction is to this sort of strategic thinking way of approaching the world. And I hope that you guys have a great Friday and that you will show back up here next Friday to talk about another strength.